Welcome back to the land of milk and honey. I've got a bunch of ideas for all kinds of podcasts, so instead of just filing through all the thoughts in my head, I'm going to just go out and put one out here. In this podcast, we're going to go over life purpose and how you can find yours. So let's get into this. There's so many people out there who know for a fact that they're wasting all their time. Clocking into work, clocking out, going home, sitting on the couch, doing whatever they do. Going here, going there, going to bed, eating in the morning, and repeat. Go back to work. And a lot of people complain about this. And I used to know a lot of people that would complain about, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I don't know what I'm doing with my life. And then they start talking about, maybe I should go to college, but I don't know what I'd do. Well, if you're going to go to college, number one, know what you're going to do. But a lot of people don't know what to do because they don't know themselves. That is my personal opinion. Now, my motto is know Thyself, which is Greek for know thyself. In the process for self-mastery, the first step, as I've said before, the first thing you need to do is start over. And by starting over, you can start by learning who you are, meeting yourself, knowing who you are, because it's funny, we know all kinds of people. We understand what they need to do. We can tell others, oh, you need to do this, and this is what you should be doing about this. But we don't even know what we should be doing because we don't even know ourselves. So how do you know yourself? Well, number one, a lot of people think, well, I know myself. But they don't. You can tell. You can tell a tree by the fruit it bears, not by the fruit it wants, by the fruit it bears. Think about it as if you met a stranger on the road, downtown somewhere, and he was like, hey, I've got this problem, or there's this problem in my relationship, I don't know what I need to do. Well, you'd have no damn clue what he should do, because you don't know him. You don't know his circumstances, you don't know the situation, you don't know other people's sides of whatever story he's saying, you don't know what he's been through already, and you don't know. You wouldn't even know how to help him. You might have a little bit of, constructive ideas, and this and that, and here, I'd do this, but you wouldn't have genuine advice. And so we can't even give ourselves genuine advice because we don't know ourselves. So, of course, a lot of people feel, I don't know what to do, because they don't know themselves. You can't help a stranger if you're a stranger to yourself. You can't help yourself. It's as simple as that. And so spending time by yourself, spend time in thought. Go into the realm of thought with yourself and just learn from yourself. Be quiet, meditate, as I've said before. And then if you still feel like, oh, I don't even know myself, I don't know what I want to do, number one, you're never going to figure out what you want to do or like to do unless you try something. You've got to try something. So many people sit on their ass and they don't even go to do anything because I'll think about doing this, I'll think about doing that. And they don't do it at all. They just sit there, same in, same out, every day, every weekend, every month. And so to figure out what you need to be doing, what your purpose is, what you're here for in life, start by searching within yourself and start trying new things. Start experimenting. Start coming up with some hobbies, some things that you'd enjoy doing. Don't think about what you should be doing in the realm of circumstance. Don't think about what I can do right now. It's important to stay in the present and realize what you can do right now. But let's say you want to open a lemonade stand. Now you've got no lemons, and heck, you might not even have water. So you might not even think that far because you don't even have the supplies for that, and you wouldn't even know that you wanted to have a lemonade stand. So to figure out what you want to do, something that will happen within the next few years, as I've said, a few years from now, your life's going to be unbelievable compared to now. Because we go through seasons. Things change. And you don't even know how your life's going to be in 5, 10, 20 years from now. So start now. Figure out what you want, because you're not going to find it the same way you've been trying to find it all along. If you've been trying and nothing's working, try something else. It's really simple, and a lot of people complain about what they just don't know. I don't know this. We'll start to know it. You've got the internet. The internet is nobody can talk about I don't know how to do this, because we have the internet now. There is no excuse for it anymore. And if you're listening to these, you have enough money to be paying for an internet bill, or you're at least living with somebody that has enough money to roof you and pay for your internet. And so even if you can't find the information you're looking for, there are programs, there are things out there that you can buy. People have a life purpose of teaching what you're wanting to learn, and they're putting it out there. And now, if you're a person that doesn't know what they'd sell, if you're somebody like me, which what I'm technically selling here is a message, a motivation, I don't really want to be a motivational speaker. That's what my listing is on my Facebook and Instagram. But to be honest, the only person I want to be is me. And so, I don't know how I would turn this into something that could make money. There are tons of ways. I've come up with so many ideas. I'm just going to do what I do, and that's what you should be doing too, especially after you get to learn who you are and know yourself. Figure out how your own brain works, because we're all different. Everybody's unique. You're literally 1 in a billion. Everybody is. There's nobody just like you. There's nobody that thinks just like you. There's nobody that feels just like you. And so once you realize that you are the only you better do it hard. And you better do it than the other guy that's him or her. It's like a quote that I posted on my Instagram page. I'll put the picture up right here. If I remember correctly, it said, "Be yourself. Everyone else is already taken." It's as simple as that. I don't remember who said it, but it should be, I'll figure it out somehow. But to figuring out your life purpose, you need to learn who you are. You cannot give yourself advice on what you need to do in life if you don't know who you are. And a lot of people won't tell you this. A lot of people will tell you, you figure out your life purpose by doing this. And then buy my program, also, of 72 lessons on how to figure out your life purpose. And then you buy it. And it didn't help. And why didn't it help? Because they didn't give you the first initial key. Now, there's all kinds of keys to success. There's all kinds of keys to getting what you want, to knowing yourself, to doing whatever you want. But there is a very, very, very valuable key. And that is to know thyself. Because if you don't know who you are, you can't tell yourself. You can't even begin to give yourself the advice to tell yourself what to do. And you're probably like, well, I still don't get it. You're still not telling me, how do I even know thyself? Well, just watch this video a few times. You might come up with some ideas, because the brain never stops. Even when I'm asking questions and you don't answer them out loud, your brain still has an answer. If I ask, are you feeling well? Now, your brain just answered that. You heard it in your head. It was a yes or a no or something else. So watch the video again and see what your brain starts telling you. Listen to yourself. And if that doesn't work, what always helped me was meditation. If you want to learn a little bit about meditation, I'll have a link to that at the end of this video. And I think it's called A Clear Space. Watch that. And so when you meditate and you quiet down and you're left with nothing but your thoughts, and even if you can get rid of those thoughts, that's great. That's how you begin to know yourself. That's how it's done. And then also through your work, through searching for new hobbies. You'll learn what you like and don't like. It's not like you're going to pick up a hobby and hate it for 20 years before you realize, well, I don't even know what I'm doing. Do these things. You have to put in the work. If you don't put in the work, it doesn't work. There's so many people that are addicted to the things that I say. They're addicted to motivational books. They're addicted to programs that teach them how to get whatever they want, but they don't put in the work. And that's the biggest problem. And if you're listening to me, you need to put in the work. It will not work out for you unless you do it. You're the only you, and you are the only you that can do it. So begin to start knowing yourself, and it'll all start flooding in. I will for you all to prosper and have a great day. I'll see you guys next time.